This is Skip 101, brought to you by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. All right, I can't let you go without asking you because my wife will kill me because this is her favorite show, but it's called The Studio. It's a new series.
Yeah.
And out of the blue, I like it also, and it's really it's well done. It's well written, and out of nowhere, there's an episode called Casting, and you take it over. And we just fell out of our chairs. Cube, and you're the Kool-Aid man. And I recommend for people go watch this because it's crazy funny because it's really about naive white people in the studios, maybe stupid white people who aren't sure about racial sensitivity or insensitivity when it comes to casting. And they want to cast you in a big movie as the Kool-Aid man. So when Seth Rogen brings you this idea, what was your first reaction?
It was funny. It was funny that the show was about, whether having me as the Kool-Aid man
was
with a
Yeah,
white family is racist or having me as the Kool-Aid man with a black family is racist. So the fact that,
correct.
this is
Yeah,
probably stuff that studios go through all the time behind closed doors
all the
on,
time.
is this looking right? Does this feel right? And they
Yeah,
actually drive themselves pretty crazy with it. And I just thought it was smart. It was nuanced.
it
Uh,
was.
and it was a great way to show um, how some of our anxieties can get in the way, when it's really about entertaining the people. It's about making a movie about the Kool-Aid man. Like, why are we so knee deep into race on this? So it's it just was a funny episode. Seth is a funny dude that
He is.
I've worked with him in the past here and there. My son has worked with him, and
Yep.
whenever he called, man, it's hard for me to say no.
So as you look back on your transition in your career from straight out of Compton into to Are We There Yet? Do you look back and wonder how you sort of made the transition into a very bankable star for white America? Because I know a lot of white people love you and love you in movies like Are We There Yet? Because we can all relate to that. So do you look back at that transition and think, how did I do that? How did I pull that off?
Uh, I mean, I definitely, kind of dissected and figure out, where was these turning points.
Yeah.
But I just think, I think being authentic, you know, at every turn is the key.
Mm.
If I'm feeling it, you'll know it. If I don't feel it, you'll know it. And I just think people uh, respect that.
They
At the end
do.
of the day, it's like there's no hidden agendas, and I think people will respond to you when they know you're gonna be real. They might not like what I say, might not like what I do, but at the end of the day, they know that it's coming from a real place, and if they wait long enough, that I'll do something that you do like. It's just
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
just kick back, and you might not dig this thing, but the next thing you may love it. So I just feel extremely blessed to be in a position where I can, give people music, give people movies, and now sports, and they enjoy it and be able to, have fun with it and,
Yep.
get a smile out of them.
And
Hopefully,
now, for the first time in what, a decade, you are going to tour, and it's what, 22 almost bang bang dates where you're just going night after night.
yeah.
Every big arena in the country you're playing, and truth is power. Explain that. It's 4 decades of attitude because that's what you are. You are attitude. What is this show? What will it mean to you and to your fans?
Well, truth to power. I think I've spent my career, you know, spitting truth to power, speaking truth to power.
You have.
So I think it's a great way to title the tour. And when we're talking about 40 years, I started. I wrote my first hit song in 1985. I
Hmm.
was 16 years old.
Hmm.
Boys in the Hood for Eazy-E
Yep.
in the 11th grade. And so to be able to go from 85 to 2025 and have, a lot of great music in between, it's only right for me to do a big production and to, give the fans who've been down from day one an amazing, you know, bookmark of a show, that really kind of highlights not only the music, but my influence through these 40 years. So I'm looking forward to it.
Hmm. Will you do some monologues where you will rant, or you'll have you'll have spit some opinions?
Well, I think, when you go to a concert, you got to be careful with that stuff. We want to rock the house and have people have fun.
Definitely.
And I think what we're going to have is, vignettes and presentations
That's cool. Yeah.
on things and how did how did the events of the day affect the music, and just really give people kind of a 30,000 foot view of my
Yeah.
career
That's beautiful.
and why I do what I do.
Hey, um, they say rap's a young man's game, but you can still bring it, and I'm sure we're going to get a lot brought on this tour.
Yeah, it's not like sports, so I don't got to worry about
No,
blowing out knees and
no,
Achilles. As long as my tongue is
it
working,
works.
uh,
Yeah.
I should be fine when it comes to that.
So go buy tickets. Go see this man when he comes to the big arena near you in September and October. You can check out, what is it, icecube.com right now and buy tickets to it.